In this video, we're going to be looking at fractions, which is a new concept. And so really, we're just going to be answering the question, what are fractions? Now, fractions are quite important, so I'm going to spend a few videos on this. They can be used in all areas of life. They're helpful for describing the world around us, understanding how things work, understanding just what's going on. So I'm going to start with an example to get us in the mindset of fractions, which is, let's say that you've just made a pizza. You've got it out in the oven and you decide to cut it up into 4 slices. I'm going to use the colours yellow and red here just to show the cheese and the tomato on the pizza. So let's say that one slice of your pizza has lots and lots of cheese on it, and then the other 3 slices are all very tomatoey. So tomato, tomato, tomato. So we've got this whole pizza which has been broken up into a cheese slice and 3 tomato slices. So what can we say? We can say that there's 4 parts in total. There's 1 part that has cheese. So there's 1 out of the 4 equal parts has cheese. So 1 out of 4 of the slices of pizza, 1 out of 4 of the equal slices of pizza has cheese on it. And if we wanted to write this as a fraction, which is just another way of saying this, a fraction is just another way of saying how many parts. We could say that 1 out of 4 of the pizza, 1 out of 4 slices of the pizza has cheese. So when we write this, we say 1 out of 4 because there's 1 small part out of the whole, which is 4 parts of the pizza has cheese. So let's look at a question to do with this. Let's say that you've got some cake and it's been broken up into 5 slices like this, and 2 of the slices have blue icing and the other 3 have white icing. What can we say about this cake? Thinking along the lines of fractions, what information do we have? Okay, so first off, let's have a look, there's 5 slices. So there's 5 equal parts. And we can say there's 2 parts have blue icing. And so remembering that this whole, the cake is made up of 5 pieces, the whole cake has 5 equal parts. Then as a fraction, we would write this as 5 on the bottom, because there's 5 equal parts. And then there's 2 of these smaller parts which we're focusing on. So 2 out of 5, or 2 above 5, 2 over 5 of the cake has blue icing. So what we've had here is just 2 examples of fractions where we've got one number and then a line and then another number. The number on the bottom is the total number of pieces we've divided into, and the number on the top is the number of those pieces which we're focusing on. Let's have a look at another example, because recently I've been doing some gardening and I was looking at all of the different flowers in my garden. You know, I have one like that, one like that, one like that. I've got lots of different flowers in my garden. And some of them are orange, some of them are pink, some of them are just white, and some of them are blue. And what I wanted to know about my garden, which I've got up here, is what can we say about the fraction of flowers that is each colour? So I have 5 flowers and I want to know what fraction of the flowers is orange, what flower is pink, what fraction is pink, what fraction is white, and then what fraction is blue. So if we start on the orange flower, or the orange flowers, what can we say? Well, there's only one orange flower, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers in total. So the whole garden has 5 flowers. So we put 5 on the bottom. So we can say 1 over 5, or 1 out of 5 of the flowers orange. If we look again for pink, well, let's count them up. There's 1, 2 pink flowers, and there's 5 flowers in total. So we can say 2 out of 5 of the flowers are pink. For white, there's 1 white flower and there's 5 flowers in total. So we've got 1 out of 5 of the flowers are white. And then looking over here, there's 1 blue flower. So for blue, there's 1 blue flower and there's 5 flowers in total. So 1 out of 5 of the flowers are blue. Okay. So nice. So what we've done so far has all been nice fractions where we've split up something, the whole garden, the whole pizza, the whole cake, into equal slices. So let's have a look at one last example, which is a little bit different. So I want you to be careful. So let's imagine that you're decorating part of your bedroom, and it's in this triangle shape here, and the top part of the triangle is red, the middle part is white, and then the bottom part is red. And I want to know here, what fraction of the triangle have I painted red? Because if I wanted to know how much paint I needed, I might need to know what fraction of the triangle is red. So your first thought might be, okay, we've got there's 2 red parts, and there's 3 total parts. So then presumably, so the answer could be 2 out of 3, right? Well, what we need to be careful of is that when we're looking at fractions, we're looking at equal parts. So we've got equal parts of the pizza or equal parts of cake. Here, we don't have equal parts in this triangle because this red bit at the bottom is a lot bigger than this white bit or the red bit at the top. So actually, we can't write this as 2 out of 3 because it would need to be 2 out of 3 equal parts, which we don't have. So this is just something that I want you all to be careful of when you're looking at fractions going forward. Remember that fractions is always looking at equal parts or equal things. Here we all had different flowers, but they were all flowers, which is what matters, equal things. Okay, so just to round up what we've learned in this video, I want you to have a go at this question, which is, we've been given some balls, they're blue and they're white. So we've got some blue balls here and there's some white balls there. And I want you to explain to me what fraction of the balls are blue. You can explain it how you want. Just try and make a sentence or a couple of sentences to explain the answer that you get. So pause the video and give it a go. Okay, so hopefully you've had enough time to give that a go. Hopefully you should have got an answer something along the lines of counting up the balls. So I think I'll give a go and see how I do it. So if we count up the blue balls, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 blue balls. And in total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 balls in total. So if I wanted to put it in a sentence, it would be something like, there are 5 blue balls out of the 10, and that means 5 out of 10 of the balls are blue. Okay, So hopefully you managed to get something like that at home. And hopefully this lesson has been useful for you to answering the question, what are fractions?